Switching forms is how you go back and forth from vertex form to standard form. So we're trying to find the vertex form of this first one, which means that we need to find the vertex. So to find the vertex, remember that we're doing negative b over 2a, so we're plugging into that. So we have the opposite of b, so that's going to be a positive 8, divided by 2 times 2. So I have 8 divided by 4, and 8 divided by 4 gives me 2. Okay, so that's the x part of our vertex. So now to find the y part of our vertex, we want to plug this back in. So 2 times 2 squared, 8 times 2, minus 3. So do our exponents first. So this is going to be 2 times 4, minus 16 minus 3. So now I have 8 minus 16 minus 3. And 8 minus 16 minus 3 is negative 11. So that's the other part of our vertex. So then, the other part that we need is our a value. Well, the a value is the same, so a is going to be 2. So now we're plugging into our equation. So our equation for this is y equals a x minus h squared plus k. So what I know is the y is going to stay, the x is going to stay, the squared is going to stay. So I know that my a value on this is 2. And then I know that I want this to be opposite for my h, so negative 2 because it's opposite, and my k value is negative 11, and that's your equation. Okay, so you have to find your vertex and then just identify your b value. So same thing is going to go here, so negative b over 2a is where we're going to start with this. So the opposite of b is negative 4, and 2 times negative 1. So negative 4 over negative 2 is positive 2. So that's the first part of our vertex is positive 2. Then we're going to plug that back in. So we have the negative of 2 squared, and then 4 times 2 minus 5. So we want to square first. So this negative sign stays outside. So this is negative 4 plus 8 minus 5, which is going to give us a negative 1. Our a value is that negative sign. So our a value is negative 1. So our equation for this is y equals a x minus h squared plus k. You know your y is staying, parentheses, x, and squared is all staying. The negative sign is your a value. You don't need to put negative 1 there. Then remember that your h is opposite, so minus 2. And then your k value is negative 1. And that's your equation for that one. Okay, so now we're going to switch forms the other direction. So now we're going to go from having standard form to turning it into vertex form. So what we need to do is FOIL this all the way out. So you're starting with this, and when you have x plus 3 squared, really what you're saying is x plus 3 times x plus 3. So now I need to go and I need to FOIL all these together. So leave your 2 outside, and you're going to get x squared from this, then plus 3x plus 3x plus 9 minus 1. Combine your like terms. So I have x squared plus 6x plus 9 minus 1. Now you're going order of operations on this. So you're multiplying. You need to distribute this to everything. So I have 2x squared plus 6x plus 12x plus 18, and then minus 1. So your final answer should be 2x squared plus 12x plus 17. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing on the next one. So I would rewrite it as 1/2 x minus 1, x minus 1, and plus 4. So do your distributing and FOILing first. So this is going to give us x squared minus x plus 1 plus 4. Combine your like terms. So I have x squared minus 2x plus 1 plus 4. Distribute. So I have 1/2 x squared. Half of 2 is 1, so minus x plus 1/2 plus 4. So that's really going to give you 4.5. Well, if we want 4 and 1/2, that's really going to be 9 halves. So then our final answer to this is 1/2 x squared minus x plus 9/2. And that's how you convert back and forth between the two different forms.